2, 1.
Good morning. Happy Friday. It is
Happy
11
Friday.
a.m. on the, just kidding, 11:02 on the dot.
On the dot. Yes, and we made it to Friday, Alicia. Woo.
Man, we talked about it. This week felt pretty long.
A little long here,
Yeah.
but and it is actually Friday Fun Day, as one of our executive producers, Jason Foster, would always tell me when we go out to do Friday morning live shots. So he'd be like, Friday Fun Day, bro. I think he's back there. I don't know.
Oh, he has a different role now with us, but he definitely still says.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is it? Friday Fun Day?
Friday Fun Day, bro. Friday Fun Day, bro.
Friday Fun Day, bro.
Just like that, exactly. Well, thanks for being with us this morning. We have a lot to get to, including, I need a full review here of Alicia's full review of the Ludacris concert at the rodeo last night.
That was so fun. Relived
Good
my
times.
middle school days.
Yeah.
Who was she last night? Like, oh my
Okay,
gosh. It was so cool. And then the morning, you know, prepping for it, listening to music, watching music videos. So it was a really great show.
Yeah, that's always fun when you go to concerts and you hear the music beforehand and hear a little bit afterwards, and you're just kind of like, oh yeah, I just got to see this live.
I will say I was a little nervous because Justin Horn said that he had been to a Ludacris concert back in his college days. And, you know, it wasn't like as great maybe as he imagined.
Yeah.
So I say last night was amazing.
But
He had
Luda,
another
he brought
guy.
it.
He had I think 2 DJs with him or something like that.
all right.
Anyways, great show.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. Luda, Disturb the Peace. It's his album.
Yeah, I know. All right, well, we have a lot to get
We
to
have
this
some news
morning,
to get to this
RJ, including, this is a sad story out of Houston. It's still giving a lot to talk about. It's the latest on a shooting of the 9-year-old girl in Houston. The man accused saying the whole thing was self-defense.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth there, plus a new Snapchat safety feature, and wild drama at the Winter Olympics, Alicia, that only stick figure sports can cover.
To say the least. Drama, with 3 of the skaters there.
Right, and now is your chance to enjoy a 10-foot paleta in San Antonio. We'll explain what that is all about here. But first, we have weather. Meteorologist Katie.
But first,
He wrote K Breezy in.
but
I did write
first-
K. I call it K Breezy. Is it going to be breezy? It's been breezy.
It was breezy yesterday, not so much today and for the rest of the weekend.
Okay.
We'll have some breezy days as we get into next week. But yeah, that wind was really something
Last
yesterday.
night was brutal.
Yeah, and very cold early this morning. If you were out early before sunrise or right around, you know, it was cold. Thankfully, wind speeds are starting to drop now, and we'll have light winds by this afternoon, and today is actually going to end up being a really nice day. We started off quite cold, though. Here are your morning low temperatures. Some upper 20s across the hill country, 31 in Hondo, 34 are low in San Antonio. So a freeze for part of the area, but it wasn't too widespread. Here's where we end up this afternoon under mostly sunny skies with light winds and low humidity. So staying a little cool into this afternoon. We're looking at highs in the upper 50s and low 60s. But if you're out under the sun, it's going to be really comfortable. Overall, a really nice end to the week. I want to show you Futurecast heading into the weekend, and overall, there's not a whole lot to see here. Do want to point out that it's going to be mostly sunny today and also mostly sunny into Saturday. You may notice some high thin clouds from time to time today and tomorrow, but that's really going to be about it. Now, as we get into Sunday, we will start to see an increase in cloud cover even by Sunday morning, and we're going to go ahead and call Sunday a mostly cloudy day with increasing clouds and also increasing humidity, especially later in the day Sunday heading into Monday morning. So if you've got plans maybe to head to the rodeo or spend some time outdoors, my pick for you this weekend, you can only see this here and on rooftop weather. So, I mean, the treat with my Bitmoji. My pick for you this weekend to spend some time outdoors is going to be Saturday. Sunday won't be a bad day by any means, but we will have some more clouds, and then later in the day, increasing humidity. That leads us to Monday morning. The increase in humidity, especially by early Monday, will lead to some areas of fog and drizzle early. Also can't rule out a couple of isolated showers as we get into Monday. Looks like we've got our next cold front arriving late Tuesday, early Wednesday of next week. That'll bring us a chance of precipitation Wednesday into Thursday, and also some colder days by the back half of next week. So I mean, look at the temperatures here, even just the high temperatures over the next week. A roller coaster ride continues. Before that front comes through, look at Monday and Tuesday, highs in the 80s and then highs in the 40s. Yeah. So
Texas.
All over the place here.
Just keep your head on a swivel and keep checking that KSAT Weather Authority app.
February in Texas, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's an old football term, by the way, Katie. Keep your head on a swivel.
Keep your head on a
Yeah,
swivel?
they used to always tell you, like, when you're playing, keep your head on a swivel. Always know your surroundings.
I knew that.
Oh, you did
No, I
know that.
didn't. No, I had no idea.
By the way, Katie's rooftop weather still unbeaten when it comes to anything. I'm just gonna say it right now. That is still one of the best things here in our entire market. I'm just gonna say it.
Bless
Keep doing
you.
your thing, Katie. Yeah.
Bless you.
Good job.
What was it called when you would do the jumping?
Parkour.
Parkour.
I know. We don't
yes.
really, because I can only parkour so many places on the roof. Like
We'll find more
kind of-
parkour places
Yeah.
for you. I missed that.
Yeah.
All right, thank
be
you,
our goal
Katie.
now.
Yeah. All right, let's switch gears here. We're going to Houston. That's where we're starting, where there's a lot of back and forth on the deadly shooting between. On a deadly shooting, and the back and forth is really with police and lawyers of that suspected gunman. The question is, should the man be charged or was he defending himself? And this all deals with a 9-year-old girl who unfortunately did pass away.
Yes, and I think that's obviously the important part of this entire story here. But the suspected gunman here and officers, law enforcement going back and forth. So let's just kind of break this down a little bit. Tony Earls and his wife were robbed at gunpoint while at an ATM, and Earls took action against the robber, shooting at him. But it just so happened that the family of 9-year-old Arlene Alvarez were driving up to the ATM, and the little girl was actually shot by Earls.
So prosecutors said Earls shot at the robber 4 times and then fired twice at the truck where Alvarez was in the back seat, and the girl later died.
That's right. Earl's lawyers this morning saying that the robber's actions, including pointing a gun at the head of Earl's wife, show that Earls had the right, and this is quote, had the right to defend his property and himself.
Arlene's family, though, they say they do not believe it was self-defense, and they want justice for their little girl.
The only thing we want to know, again, why is he out? Now I gotta leave here and paperwork from funeral arrangements, and now he's out, sleeping in his bed, peacefully. Look at my wife. I haven't been able to sleep because of her.
Tough to hear the
Yeah,
dad there.
a lot of emotion
Prosecutors claim that under Texas law, Earls was not justified in using deadly force because during his actions, well, he killed an innocent bystander. So again, the question there, should he be charged or was it truly self-defense?
Yeah, and in looking up this story, because I kind of had to go back and see all the different sort of aspects of this was over $20. The initial robber, or Earls is claiming that this robber went up to him and his wife and basically took $20 out of an ATM, and now we have everything that's transpired since then, including again the death of this little girl right here, and you could just hear from her parents and her family, they were just distraught, and again they were just pulling up to the ATM. This incident was taking place, and then we have this shooting this little girl who's now dead.
What is confusing about this whole case is that that Earls not only shot at the robber, but shot at the truck that the family was in. That's what doesn't make sense to me.
Right, so his lawyers are saying that Earls is claiming that he thought he saw the robber go into that vehicle, which is why he shot at the vehicle. Because the robber apparently stumbled, lost his keys. There was all sorts of commotion going on, but Earls is claiming that he thought he saw the robber go into that vehicle, which is why he fired in that direction. But just a very sad story all the way around.
Right, well, RJ, back here at home, the community is not giving up on finding any sign of Lena Keel. She's the 3-year-old that disappeared on December 20th, and she disappeared from a playground. That's where she was last seen, and that playground not far from her family's apartment, and still no sign of her, no word.
That is unbelievable, especially with the amount of people that have been looking for little Lena there. So the reward here, this is new information, has increased by another $20,000 thanks to the Islamic Center of San Antonio, bringing their total to $120,000 for information that leads to the safe return of this little girl. And I think overall the reward is now $170,000.
Yes, so they made the announcement on Facebook adding, quote, "Everyone, please join us in praying for Lena's safe return to her family. If you have any information, you can call 210-207-7660. So the $170,000, so we talked about it, $120,000 K from the Islamic Center, and then the Crime Stoppers, SAPD, they've kept their reward for $50,000. So bringing that total.
And obviously, I mean, we report on this almost every weekend. There's still volunteer groups that are going out there trying to find any sign, anything that may seem out of ordinary when it comes to this case. And it's been already weeks, months, and still for us to be at this point. Now, I do applaud these people that are still going out there, and I think that's why it's important that we keep on reporting on this as well.
Yeah,
because,
I mean, there has to be some sign out there.
Yeah.
Has to be.
Yeah, definitely.
And SAPD, of course, saying that they're still very much involved in this case and investigating.
All right. Well, switching gears here, Alicia, this morning, a new feature on Snapchat is giving users some peace of mind. The organization It's On Us is teaming up with the social media giant to help keep college kids safer on campus and prevent campus sexual assault.
Do you use Snapchat?
I do not, no. I mean, I
had it
kind
for
of
years.
just started using Instagram
Oh, that's
a while
true.
ago. So.
That's true. When this show started, we had to convince RJ to get an Instagram.
At KSAT RJ. Gotta
Plugging
plug
it
that in there.
All right, so on Snapchat, the new safety features is in the Snap Map. Users can opt in, okay, so totally optional, to share their live location with their mutual friends. The cool part is that if you have an Android and your friend has an iPhone, you can see where they're at.
All right, yeah, did not know that. This is all new information to me here. So the feature is very similar to Apple's Find My Phone? Is that what it is? App.
Yeah, the Find My, I think it's just like Find, it's literally just Find My.
Oh, Find My, okay, there we go. On Snapchat, location details can be shared for 15 minutes, 1 hour, or 8 hours at a time. So you said that you've had Snapchat for a while, but you don't use it?
No,
or you just don't use it at all?
I used to have it. I haven't had it for like 3 years.
Yeah.
It's not my thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So with Snapchat, it's all about being able to post something and it just kind of goes away, right? Within.
I don't know how it works now, but I think it's very similar to the Instagram stories.
Downloading
We're aging
now.
ourselves here. Yikes.
I know. Anyone who's listening to us right
They're
now
like, how do
or
these two?
watching us, yeah.
We need to get on Snapchat though. It used to be a lot of fun.
This is a digital show.
Yeah, I know. All right, let's move it to stick figure sports.
All right, yeah, let's roll that beautiful bean footage right here. Time now for Stick Figure Sports, the greatest sports segment ever, I will say that proudly, that can never be duplicated or imitated. Who would even try?
Who would even try? And for the first time in stick figure sports history, man, we're going to discuss the Winter Olympics. And of course, the focus today is the skating drama that's unfolding.
Yeah, so have you been following this at all? We had talked earlier about this 15-year-old Russian skater, right, who was being allowed after she tested positive for a drug enhancement or whatever and stuff. So she competed last night, and other girls here competed too. So I think we're going to show the graphic here.
Oh.
I don't know what's going on here. Okay, let me explain what's happening here. So the gold medal winner, she was Russian. She apparently won, but she was distraught because her teammates were in tears. The silver medal winner, also Russian, was crying on the podium, and there are reports that she may have also, made an obscene gesture to her ex-coach, who's also Russian. And then we have the fourth place finisher over there, who was this 15-year-old skater who was in the middle of all this controversy. She did not medal, and she cried the entire night as well.
Because I believe she fell twice.
Yes.
She literally fell.
Yeah.
2 times.
Right.
That was the headline before all of the other drama unfolded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the only one who's happy here is the Japanese figure skater. She won the bronze, and she was just like, I had a great time. But it was funny because the headline in the Associated Press said that the skater who won silver said basically, I hate this sport. I'm never going to compete in this again. Yeah. So there was all sorts of mayhem.
And there was another
event.
Figure skater who actually tweeted or posted to one of these athletes and saying, now you can be at peace, glad this Olympic, it's over.
Yeah.
Because it is tough, and they do deal with so much stress, and that was what a lot of people are critiquing, how that 15-year-old, how do you say her name?
Oh my God, I didn't even try and put in these girls' names, honestly.
Okay, well,
Sherbakova Valieva.
Valieva?
Yeah, Valieva, yeah.
How her coaches treated her.
That too.
And they were very cold. And even one of the Olympics administrators there making reference to that. So anyways, it's a tough sport. I mean, these athletes that's their life.
I think on a little bit more of a serious note, I know we're stick figure sports is kind of fun, but the amount of pressure that these girls have, and in figure skating and in gymnastics, I think is
just
unbelievable.
In any of these sports, when you reach a level like that, like
any
again, that is
mistake.
their life, that is their job, that is what they're dedicated.
Any little mistake can cost you. You know what? Next time stick figure sport, we're doing curling, okay?
Let's do a rodeo one.
Bull riding, here we go. I wish I could do that. Those bulls right there are majestic. I don't think I could even try.
Oh, absolutely not. You don't want to. The stock show and rodeo continues after Ludacris took the
Hotlanta
stage.
Zone. You don't want to say Hotlanta.
I don't want to say Hotlantas. He took the stage last night. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and obviously we heard earlier from Alicia that it was a great show. Christopher Bridges, by the way, is his name, and he's been in all the Fast and Furious movies, so he's doing a lot now. So it's good to see that Ludacris is still doing these shows because, like you said, we grew up with a lot of that hip hop back in the day.
And it was so cool to see people go wild.
Oh, I'm
in
sure.
In their cowboy gear, in their Western gear.
You know what? You're gonna have to share some videos later. You don't have to do it here.
I didn't take any videos. It's one of those that you're just so in the moment.
Yeah, definitely. So of course the rodeo continues this weekend, and we just heard from Katie that should be some pretty good weather out there. So Night Ranger hits the stage at 7 o'clock. Do you know who Night Ranger is? We were having this talk earlier.
No, I don't.
They're like an 80s band.
Oh,
Our assignments editor, Sean Talbot, he was like, oh my God, yeah, Night Ranger, they're the bomb. He didn't say it like that, but.
Well, that's like us talking about Ludacris. So,
or Snapchat, I don't know.
Or Snapchat, yeah. Well, tonight is Night Ranger. This weekend is Tim McGraw. Two shows. You'll be there with your wife.
Yes,
that's
7
exciting.
o'clock. Yeah, 7 o'clock. Pretty excited about that event taking place there. So, yeah, and for all things rodeo, you can scan this QR code. We have a schedule and all the events taking place there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So if you haven't been, you have until February 27th. And remember, this all benefits college or just students headed to college. They're getting scholarships. So this is all for a good cause. The scholarships this year, the total there, $540,000. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. It is, yeah, and it's good to know that these kids that are getting scholarships and putting in a lot of work there. Always love to see the livestock, shows and everything, because these kids are, putting in some work with these livestock out there.
RJ, San Antonio is getting some new flavor.
Ah, yes.
This is very cool, sort of. We now have a paleta-inspired sculpture, and it's titled Sabor del Mercado.
All right, this is pretty cool. So this colorful 10-foot sculpture was made by local artist David Blancas. I'm not familiar with his work, but this is amazing right here. He says it's a nod to childhood memories of chasing down the paleta man.
Have you seen the meme? Well, yeah, maybe you've seen it, but there's a meme that says the only men I chase are el elotero, so the one that sells the corn, and then the paleta man.
Okay, I
have to agree.
That's
well,
pretty
this
good.
permanent installment is on the steps of Centro de Artes Gallery. That's right there in Market Square. You can't miss it. It's an upside down popsicle, and it looks like it's melting, and it's kind of like a tie-dye.
Yeah, what flavor do you think that is?
Probably a grape.
Oh, yes. Do you have a favorite flavor when it comes to paletas?
OG lemon or lime.
Okay.
It's lime, right?
Okay, yeah.
Limon and coconut.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
But
yeah.
water-based. No, I don't like piña.
You don't like that one?
No, I didn't. I didn't list that one. What's your favorite, RJ? What's your favorite
I stick
paleta?
with the chocolate. I like that. Yes, no.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Well.
You didn't see her face, but it was definitely something to behold right there.
Well, we made it. We made it through another week.
We
Happy
have.
Friday, you guys. We'll see you here 11 a.m. Monday.
That's
And
right.
I hope you get to rodeo.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, we are here Monday through Fridays, and we're streaming on all of our platforms, and also we are podcasting too.
Yeah.
So our daily podcast is back up. It's going. A lot of subscribers so far, so really appreciate everyone that's been able to like and subscribe, rate us, give us that 5-star rating.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you Monday at 11 a.m.